fun. We'll get rid of that background, which I can. I don't even know the size of what I did there, so I didn't make it big enough. And there we go. There I am. So we're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna do about a little while. If you're on, say hello. I hope you could hear me well. I am wearing the Tampa Bay Rays cap tonight in honor of some of the worst managing in game 6 to not go to game 7. Pulling a pitcher. I mean, we've all heard about it, but this isn't a sports Toddcast tonight. But just that was some of the worst. That was some of the worst managing we had. So coming to you live tonight from the Taj Mahal. That's what we're calling it, the Taj Mahal. Instead of the Taj Mahal, we got the Taj Mahal going. We got a lot of viewers on tonight. I'm happy about that. And you'll hear things tonight you wouldn't expect to and may not want to. And that's where the little TMI comes from tonight, a little TMI. So I'm going to change a little banner because I want to make sure that you guys could join the conversation. And let's get rid of that one. Here we go. Join the conversation on Facebook, YouTube. We're not on LinkedIn, unfortunately. And one thing that from you that know me, one thing I've learned about myself is my mind has a mind of its own. That's why it's scenes from my mind, but we're going to have people join us and join the conversation. Tonight, we're going to have some fun and even delve into a little election preview. You can join today's conversation live by clicking on the link in the description in the box. And remember to join Tuesday night for live election coverage coast to coast. We're going to have some fun. I did some good research. We have some interesting things that the mainstream news is not showing. So I thought we were going to have some fun memes tonight. For those who don't know what a meme is, defined by Merriam-Webster Dictionary as a cultural item in the form of an image, video, or phrase. So let me see if I could, you know what? Here's a little meme that we're going to do. So got some people chatting. Maybe they'll come on, maybe not. So here's a meme. I just want to say this one isn't that it's fun, but just for our election people out there to know, you got to go on. So I like this one. You know what I'm going to do the day after election day if my candidate loses. Go to work, be happy, live my life, love others. If he wins, do the same. That's what you got to do. You got to move on with your life, folks. You got to move on with your life. So let me see if I have any fun memes that, I didn't really prep that. So we're going to not do the memes tonight. So remember Tuesday night to join. And for those that know me, that I was on the working the American League Championship Series. And now that the playoffs have ended and I left my colleagues after 3 weeks on the road, it's very sad that I didn't get an upgrade on the plane ride home. So that was a little sad. So, but I love the way the gate agents and flight attendants greet you now at the gate on the planes. Thank you for being a diamond medallion on Delta. We value you to a point. That's it, to a point. But they don't really, they don't really. So, you know what? Let me see something here. Let's little fun news. All right, little fun news. So, a resident of Mumbai, India. Remember, Mumbai used to be from Bewitched. It was Bombay, Dr. Bombay, not Dr. Mumbai. That wouldn't last. Dr. Bombay. Bombay is such a nicer name than Mumbai. When did that change anyway? That's going to take a little research. He became an official Guinness record holder last month when he clocked over 40 continuous hours playing a video game. 40. Can you imagine? This is in India. 40 hours. Can you imagine how many outsourced calls went unanswered by this guy from Americans needing answers? How dare him play 40 hours? We needed our outsourced calls for cable and cell phone television answered. So, a little Halloween news before we get to the election stuff. little Halloween here. Riverside County supervisors voted unanimously Tuesday to ban registered sex offenders from putting up Halloween decorations or handing out candy to children. I guess there goes that guy down the block who always likes handing out his nuts. So that guy didn't have a good Halloween this time. So, in completely wacky news, ready for this one? This is kind of a little sad, though. A Virginia grandmother was convicted of first-degree murder for tossing her 2-year-old granddaughter from a 6th-level pedestrian bridge at the state's largest shopping mall. The woman claimed she did not know right from wrong when she threw her granddaughter off the 45-foot-high skywalk at the mall. Didn't know right from wrong. I mean, that's an easy one. You don't throw anyone off a like 6-story anything, a 2-story anything. What do you think the penalty should be on that one? Any comments? What do you think the penalty should be? So anyone want to join? I'm glad we got comments. Here we go. If only I had his picture, Chris's picture from Halloween, which was pretty interesting. So, oh boy. So let's go back to a little bit of news. So anyway, something I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to put this on in the future. You know how when you talk to loved ones and at the end you say like, I love you at the end before you hang up, I love you. I think anyone who calls me, any stranger, I'm going to record, maybe friends too. I'm going to record and say at the end of it, say, all right, well, good talking to you. I love you. And record their response. I'm curious as to see how they will respond if I say to them, okay, thanks for calling. Thanks for giving me an estimate. I love you. And then just wait and see if they say I love you too, out of habit. Right. So, all righty. So that's a little bit of fun. I did have a dream. What was that one? I had a dream that last night I went to a swingers party hosted by a guy named Ted. I don't even know who a Ted. See, there's a good answer right there. Love you. There you go, right there. So I went to a swing. Now I can't tell this joke because my niece is on because it's a little bit dirty. So I had a dream. I went to a swingers party hosted by Ted. I don't know which Ted. I know a couple Teds, but they did not do it. Still, Ted was the host. It just happened to be part of the dream. What do I know? What I do know is as the orgy was starting. This is the dreams I have. This is what goes on in my mind. As the orgy was starting, I got a phone call, and when I got off, everyone was sprawled around naked and sleeping, which means I missed the orgy. I missed it. What? There's another one. Love you. Yeah, I can't tell the joke again because Lou wants to hear it. Okay, so that was part of it, but I do remember an orgy I did go to. And I walked into a very dark room. This was from my past. I walked into a very dark room, took off my clothes, and it was dark. I couldn't see. So I grabbed anyone. Oh, I love you, Todd. See, there's a lot of love going around tonight. A lot of love. So I went into the orgy. It was a very dark room. I took off my clothes and grabbed anyone that felt like a female. Not anyone that what's the word? Not related to female, identified as female. No, I don't want someone that identifies as a female. I wanted someone that was a female. So, there was dark and there was a lot of oohing and eyeing, a lot of moaning and groaning and sighing, then a lot of snoring. So I guess it was all over at that point. I, of course, enjoyed myself as well. When everyone was done at the orgy, the lights came on, and the girl I happened to snag was someone I shockingly knew. I knew her. I looked at her and said, fancy eating you here. So there you go for that one. There you go. That was my orgy joke. So didn't really happen, but I'm going to leave it as it did. So I love you. I love you. So that's it for the joke. So Has anyone got anything to say about the election preview? You know, we got the election coming up. And again, whatever happens, folks, whatever happens. We got a double. We got a double. Ooh, and then a gross. There we go. That's why I didn't want to tell that one, but I did. So I guess I could have went with more jokes because we got the election preview, and I voted. I hope everybody voted. Whatever happens, again, whatever happens, people are asking to share the link. Go on to the Facebook, and I'm pretty sure I shared the link. And now I got to share it again. So bear with me. Now I got to edit because people can't find the link. Come on. And here we go. Here we go. Oh, boy. Sorry, folks. Slowing it down. Share the link. So here's the link. Here's the link. You're in a blue state, but there's the link. So if you click that, you can join. We are in a blue state, but there's a lot of Trumpers out here. And again, whoever wins, just that's it. That's it. Just move on with your life. You know, hopefully there's money left for you. Your taxes aren't raised, 401k. So I want to say, although there is only there is extended mail-in voting counting, but I want to give everybody a little heads up. So we are Rick's trying to get on. His device is not connected. So I did a lot of research on this, and even though there's extended mail-in voting counts, we still may be able to predict a presidential winner on election night, and I'll tell you why. I'll explain it. And many of the House and Senate seats will be determined. Those will not be left over. So of the 50 states, you may not know this, only 18 have vote counting extensions. That's it, only 18. So 32 states have all ballots counted by the end of Election Day. 32. So Chris is saying selling all stocks tomorrow. Now, if you go by my stock theory, if you follow my stock theory, it's buy high, sell low. That's how I do it. Buy high, sell low. Let me hear. I want to bring someone on. I'm going to bring Rick on. Hello, Mr. Tugman.
Hello. How are you?
Hello there. Oh, you know what?
What?
Is it me or is it you? Not hearing you well.
I don't know. Let me get a headset.
Get a headset in there. Andy's trying to get on. Here's Andy. As Rick gets on, I'm going to take Rick off for a second. We had Andy. So there's Andy. Are you there, Andy? There you are. Let's hear if we can hear you.
Boo.
There Halloween. We go. There we go. So before we get into anything, do you have a as Chris just brought this up, do you have a stock theory the way you work your stocks? My stock theory is buy high, sell low. That's why I am one of the worst investors to follow. I am the worst. I am the worst investor to follow. So
that's it.
That's it. Rick, can we hear you?
Thank you.
There we go.
Hi.
There we go. So I'm glad you guys joined us. Rick, what motivated you to come on tonight?
You. Always
Me,
you.
Thanks. Okay. We like that.
And
we like that. And Andy is not cooking tonight, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know why Andy's like sideways there. Let me see something. Oh, there we go. Oh, but he's all right. All right, go back to normal. Go back to normal. There you go. There you go. So let me try to figure out. We got. There we go.
So you think the stock market's going to crash? Is that what you really think? Stock market? Do you think the stock market's going to crash?
I don't think so. I think that.
I don't think so either.
No, the economy is too big, and people think that even if Biden wins, the country's not going to change. It's still a commerce country. there's still a commerce going on. The country's got it's a capitalist country. There's too many congressmen that are getting lobbied and paid, and things are going to go back to normal. Things will go back to normal, and things are going to open up because if he wins, they can't go into a country that's that's has a bad economy. So they're going to want to open up pretty quickly. COVID is going to suddenly disappear. So Albert's theory of stocks, I like that. I follow stock when I'm saying should have bought that after it blows up. I think we've all taken part in that, right? We've all done a little of that stock. So, but yeah, I got into options lately, which is just a friggin' mess altogether. I need to stay out of the stock market. I don't know. It's like I remember when I bought Boeing, it was like 160. That dropped like a thermometer thrown into a frozen lake. About 5 minutes after I dropped it, about 40 points. I'm the worst at stock. So what do you think is going to happen with the stock market, Rick?
This happened to me last time. I mean, someone told me to sell when Obama came in. It was going to go, capital gains is going to go through the roof. Didn't happen. I don't think it's going to happen this time either. Everyone's telling me again, sell.
No, it's going to be a time. Everything's going to be low. It's going to be a time to buy. That's how I see it. Everything's got to come back. So, what was the comment if Sleepy Joe wins, Chris? What was the comment? Chris, you got to write to me because you're not on. So write that because I don't remember the comment. Andy, what do you think is going to happen?
I don't know the first thing about the stock market. I thought we were going to talk sport.
There you go. And we that's, I don't know the first thing either, and which is why I should never have invested. So, all right, let's go back to the election preview. All right. So did you know that? Andy, did you know that only 18 states have extended voting? Like with all this extended, what I mean by extended voting is when do the votes have to be counted or received? So out of all we hear about, all this mail-in voting, only 18 are allowed to be counted after Election Day. I didn't realize that till I researched it. I didn't know it was that slim amount. So 32 states have to be counted that night. Did you know, Rick? What did you think? Did you know that?
I knew some states. I didn't know all. I didn't know that there were that many.
Right. But didn't you think more than 18? I thought more than 18.
There were less. I thought there were less.
Oh, you did?
I thought there were less as well.
Oh, really? I thought there were more. I didn't realize. And so what I did a lot of research on a lot of this stuff. So, the states that are already predetermined, like New York and Washington, are going to go to Biden. Some say California for Sleepy Joe, but what's going on in California? And there's a lot of Trump rallies in California. They had one in Beverly Hills every weekend with hundreds and hundreds of people. But there's still the minorities who are not for Trump. Plus, also the celebrity action out here who just hates him, the celebrity liberals, where there's so much homeless and it's so garbagey out here, and they don't want to admit that you got to get rid of certain people to make it happen. So I would say California could be a major yet unlikely flip. So for I would say that'll stay with Biden, just as Texas could be a flip for Biden, but that is a major state with major electoral votes that would go to Trump. What do you think about Texas? And anyone want to chime in? Texas and California, you think they're locked in for who we think they are?
I think California is locked in for Democratic.
You think
Texas,
so?
I don't know. It could go either way. I mean, they're nuts in Texas.
If the Eagles beat the Cowboys tonight, it's going to go blue.
Pennsylvania is one of the you're talking Texas.
Yeah,
but he's going by football. So you know what? Texas and Pennsylvania.
All my political decisions are based on sports results.
Maybe you should do that with stocks.
I'll try it.
Maybe do that with stocks. Buy high, sell low. That's my. Okay.
If only.
Right. So here's the way I look at it. I'm going to give you some predictions, and you could chime in. We're going to give California to Biden and Texas to Trump. So 7 of the 10 major swing states will be decided election day, as they have no extensions. So the other 3 that have extensions, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Texas, I think that only Pennsylvania's 20 electoral votes are up for grabs. So which means North Carolina, Texas are going to go Trump-wise. So as we start election day, I'm going to give President Trump 97 electoral votes and Sleepy Joe 50. You need, just so everybody knows, you need to win, you need 270.
270, yeah.
270 to win. So now, of those we know who will not swing, and we like swingers. We like swingers, people who are open-minded. But of those states we know who will not swing, we're going to divide those up, giving Trump 73 votes and Biden 145. So before the 7 swing states are tallied, I give President Trump 170 electoral votes and Biden 195 electoral votes. So before the swing states are tallied, we have Biden ahead. So now, as 207, are we in a monster house? What is going on?
That's for Andy at Star Trek.
It's not me, man. I got
We're
nothing
in a monster house. Is that
not it?
So
it was Star Trek. I'm telling you.
So here we go. We got Texans are voting on election day. Massive. I give Texas to Trump. I give Texas to Trump. Then Chris gives Trump to Pennsylvania. I think Pennsylvania's a toss-up, but I think Trump's going to pull Pennsylvania also. So as 270 electoral votes are needed to win, no one will be declared president on election night, as the most either can have is Trump 209 and Biden 162. That's the most they can have. However, if we go with Trump at or Biden at 262, if we go, which is still 8 short of 270, if we go with Trump at 170 and Biden at 195, we give them the definites. The 7 swing states can determine and predict the winner. The way I see it, Trump is almost guaranteed Florida, Georgia, Michigan, and Wisconsin. That's what I see the states. Biden is almost guaranteed Minnesota. However, Minnesota. Someone walked behind
Andy,
and I thought it was Paulina. Yeah. So Biden is almost guaranteed Minnesota, but Hillary only squeaked out Minnesota. And right now, the Minnesota Senate, the senator from Minnesota, the Senate race that's up for grabs. The incumbent is Democrat and was up by 7 percentage points and now polling at even. So that to me gives Trump an advantage, a momentum. So Chris is saying that Michigan and Wisconsin are big. Yeah. I give Trump won Michigan and Wisconsin last election. I give them both I give both of those states to Trump. So I'm telling you, I got some fun stuff that's going to come up on election night. I got some great stuff. I got polls. I've researched polls, and the polls
that worked 4 years ago. The polls were all wrong 4 years ago.
Right. And now I researched it even more. And if you watch my election coverage 4 years ago, you would have seen my coverage, which was good. I expected Trump to win, and it's only iced tea. It should be scotch.
Yeah.
So the polls, what I'm watching is Minnesota may swing. I agree. Minnesota may swing, especially if people are tired of Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, all those people. Okay, so we're going to bring someone in. Lefty Lou is on the line. Lefty Lou is going to be joining.
Lefty Lou.
So here comes Lefty Lou.
There he is.
That's right.
Lefty
There you
Lou.
go, Lou.
Oop.
Why are
Lefty
we having audio
Lou.
problems here? Wait a minute.
Lefty
We hear
Lou.
you fine.
Oh, we can
Okay,
hear.
now I'm hearing you guys.
Okay, we got to take that off. So we have Lefty Lou. Have you been hearing this whole thing, or are you just coming in late a little bit?
Todd, I cannot hear you.
Really?
Lou,
You hear me? Lou?
I don't hear my Rick.
Lou's not hearing.
Lou.
All right, Lou's got to
Not
go
good.
figure out his audio.
Well, dump me till I figure this out.
Okay, and we hear you, so we're good.
We hear you.
We hear you. Okay. So I
There he's
got
gone.
it. So there's Lou is back. So so that's my prediction, and there are of the swing states. I kind of think that from what I see, I didn't see as much as a landslide as I thought, but I have it coming down to I have Florida going for Trump. Just by the size of the rallies, and
How many
I
are
think
paid?
it's
How many of those rallies are paid people?
oh
about
nobody.
that.
I know a lot of people that are going.
I
to
don't
these
know
rallies.
about that. Yeah.
For Trump rallies.
Yeah. Orlando,
Oh,
I could see. I can see
Oh,
Orlando.
I don't think
but
anybody's
not down
getting paid.
here.
I don't think anybody's getting paid.
Yeah.
The only people getting paid, not even at Biden rallies, the only people getting paid are the Antifa people. That's all that's getting paid. So
Stir the pot.
I think it's going down to. I think it's going to come down to Pennsylvania and Arizona. Those are the states that Arizona has 11 electoral votes and Pennsylvania has 20. And those 31 are going to be very important. If Minnesota flips, I think Oregon could flip too. I think Oregon is very Democrat, but there's so many people that are so sick and tired of the riots going on there that but I know a lot of people from Oregon that just I spoke to somebody from Oregon and he said, I go, well, where do you live? Doesn't that bother you? And he says, oh, I live outside of the main city though. I'm like, outside of the main city? So that's okay with you that the city is being destroyed? I don't understand that. Rick, what do you think?
The strangest cases that we have on people's court all come from Oregon. There's strange people there. I'm telling you, the whole place
Are
is
they on
weird.
Zoom or are they flying in?
No, they used to fly in, but that's they don't Zoom anymore. It's we use a thing called Quick Link, and it's kind of fouled up anyway. It doesn't
Right.
really. work
Chris
that great.
Chris thinks Arizona is going blue, but
Mhm.
let me see something. Oh, did I get rid of that?
Chris has
'Cause
got bourbon.
the polls. So what I noticed about the polls, every college poll and every New York Times poll. All right, we're gonna see if we could add Lou. Lou, you there?
Hey, Lou. Lou, hello, Lou.
Hello.
Hi,
we hear you. We hear you. Do you hear us?
Hello.
Hello, Lou. Hello, Lou. Get a Macintosh.
Could you hear us through the? If you're on the app, could you hear? And there he goes.
He's gone.
He's gone.
That poor guy. He's always got problems.
I think Oregon could swing. I'm not sure about Washington because there's more stuff going on in Portland than Seattle. And here's the thing about Oregon, and this is why I think Oregon could swing. Because I did research on Oregon. Oregon has two main huge counties. So yeah, Chris, you could log in. Chris could log in.
Why not?
You know what? I
You
got
need a link.
He needs a link. So
He
let me
needs a
see
link,
if I
probably.
could.
He probably needs a link like I needed. See,
Right.
on Safari on my Mac,
Yeah.
I can't log in. I have to go to Firefox.
Right. I got you. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Chris. Why is he not here? Here he is. I'm going to send him the link. See if he can get on. He's text. Oh, not delivered. Not delivered. So, poor Chris. Let me see if I can get him. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I could post this. Can't post comments. Hang on. Hang on. See, I turn off. See that I don't want to lose people. So
No.
Rick, are you? What'd you do? You just did a boxing match, huh?
Yeah, I did a boxing match in San Antonio.
You worked with my friend Mike Cameron.
Mike Cameron.
Well, maybe a different feed. Maybe he was on a different feed.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, we only had an international feed there.
I'm going to send Chris a link.
Mostly Showtime.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's an international feed.
Oh, okay. All righty.
Does.
Here we go. And okay, so I sent Chris a link on his Facebook Messenger. So here's about Oregon. Oregon has two main populated counties. One of them contains Portland. One of them contains another one. Almost every other county in Oregon went red, voted Republican. But these two counties, it's almost like New York, California. They're so heavily. I think Pauline is cleaning because I'm smelling ammonia. I gotta open the window. That girl loves to mop. Babe, why don't you come in and say hello? So I know, but come in. I could smell it. Come on in. So I think. Let me see if Lou's there. Lou, we're gonna give you another shot.
Hi, Lou.
It ain't gonna work.
Audio.
We got a company name for Andy because Andy likes to come on.
You hear me?
And do anything else but be on the show. He's either cooking, he's driving, he's computering right now. He's probably playing Mind Spring or whatever those games are.
He's a multitasker.
He's in his own. Randy, what are you doing? I mean, we got to come up with a name. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. Pauline, say hello to Andy because he'll talk to you. He won't talk to me.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Paulina.
Hi.
You know, maybe it's we need to show the partners and the wives and the girlfriends.
See you Thanksgiving, right, Rick?
Yes, I'll try. Yeah, for Thanksgiving, I'll be here. I'm not planning on going anywhere.
All right, I will give you time.
Sweetie.
Bye.
Back to the host.
She's so much more popular than I am. So much more popular.
I wonder why.
You're right. She came out with a new video today, and
I think I skimmed through it. I didn't see it.
Right. So Oregon, if people are fed up in Portland, if Portland flips, Oregon flips. And I just don't understand. Here's Lou again. I don't understand how if I'm living in Hollywood and they're rioting in LA, I would be upset about that. So if someone is living in the suburbs of Portland, okay, we got Andy who's doing his own thing. Lou's doing his own thing.
I'm listening.
Could you imagine if CNN or Fox is doing interviews and guys are just off on their own, doing their own thing, right?
When are you transitioning to sports, or is this going to all be like about the election?
Yeah, it's all back. Like, all right, you know what? I'm going to do one thing.
Sorry, I'm in the wrong room. My bad. Yeah, I came to the wrong place. That's on me.
But I'm going to do one sports question. I'm going to do one sports question, and we're going to start with that. We're going to start with Andy.
I'll stick for that.
What did you think of the Rays manager pulling the pitcher after giving up?
I had zero problem with it, not even a little bit.
And why is that?
Because it's worked for them for 2 straight years and it's got them where they are. My bigger issue was who he chose to come in for him, not that he took him out.
Okay. Now I did the wild card with Tampa Bay. I did the ALCS with the ALDS and the ALCS with Tampa Bay. Okay. I saw him do that a number of times, and it backfired a majority of times. His relievers during the playoffs were gave up so many runs. His relievers, look, we got more people coming. Yay. We got Chris on. So Chris could join this.
What's up, guys?
Well, we got Lou. We got Lou coming on twice. We got Lou
That
on
computer
twice.
works better than this one.
There
Yeah.
we go. There we go. So,
Hey, Lou, you got us?
so I saw that manager, and I also saw Dusty Rhodes. Of course, it wasn't Dusty Rhodes, but Dusty, whatever his name was, pull their starters.
Sure.
And I thought it was a horrible move. I think when your starting pitcher in such a big game has struck out 9 batters by the 5th inning and has given up 1 hit, you leave him in. Let him give up 1 more hit. That's how I would see it. Andy, you disagree with that?
I do.
And that's the in-depth analysis from Andy. So
I do. Hey, you're saying on the majority. You said the majority of the time it backfired. If the majority of the time it backfired, how did they get to the World Series?
no, in the playoffs, it backfired. That's why everything went to 7 games. They went to 7 games in the ADLS, ALDS, and the ALCS. So he did not have. If I was Snell, here's a trivia. Name a Snell that played football for the New York Jets.
Well,
Matt Snell.
Matt Snell. I love.
What did
that
I
name.
win? Tell them what they've won. Tell them what they've won.
You've
On
won
door number 4.
a brand new mask.
mask.
I'll send it to you. I could, I could give away NBA
He's
masks.
got his own.
I got.
That's what I should do. I should give away NBA masks.
I got so many masks. Yeah.
Mask.
Terrific.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I should do. I should give away.
And he's
I should have a contest and give away NBA masks. That's what we should do. That's what I should do.
And he's double protected.
Right. So,
Uh-oh.
I hope they're 2-layer.
Chris, what do you
Super
think about?
Predator.
Did you watch the World Series? Because
No,
the New York Rangers weren't in it, or the
Right,
Giants.
no. I don't watch baseball at all.
Yeah.
The only baseball I ever watched was the Atlanta Braves. That was it. Yeah.
Oh, the Atlanta Braves. I got to put my
Yeah.
Atlanta Braves hat on.
And, occasionally I root for the Mets, but they're garbage. So, yeah. I'm watching this nightmare of a
I can't
football
tell
game
you
right now.
how many balls I end up with. I didn't get any this year because we weren't allowed on the field.
It,
But
was that 2 balls?
5 months till you start
Three.
rooting again.
Nice.
3.
Pretty.
Oh, remember I got
Untouched.
you a puck last year. Remember?
Yes, sir.
From
Yes.
Boston.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
So
Here's a bourbon to you.
let's talk about masks for Andy. Let's see what you got going on there. Is this Batman? Is this what you went for Halloween?
Yeah. That was his
Go
Halloween
down so we
party
can see
thing.
your ears. There we go. That wins the
Is it-
mask.
Is that Bat Dad?
That wins a mask. Now let me ask. I want to get opinions here about masks. Get opinions. First of all, who's pro mask? Just thumbs up. Pro mask.
I'll be pro mask. If you aren't, you're an asshole.
And
Wow.
there
There
we
you
go.
go.
Okay.
All right, Michelle.
Okay. I'm not pro mask, so I guess in her mind, I'm so glad she's listening. She said more in that one statement than Andy said the entire time has been on the screen. So I already like her better, even if she's a pro masker. So
Pro masker isn't a thing. Either you
But
believe
Todd, why do you want to take a chance? Why?
babe, could you bring me my thermometer? Bring me my
Is it an
thermometer.
anal one? Is it an anal
Yeah.
thermometer?
Well,
And the jar of Vaseline.
Yeah. We got sick.
You know what? That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
'Cause
Sorry.
is that the problem? Because
I'm
I take
sorry.
everybody's temperature who comes into the house, and not one person willingly takes their pants down. I have to pull them down, and I'm fighting with them. You know, it's the diapers I'm having a tough time with, and their parents saying, "Get away from my kid." You know, so
We take our temperature every day at work. Every day we have
you
to.
do, right?
Yeah, we have to.
Hey, where's the thermometer?
Forehead.
Look in the in the bathroom on top of the sink. So I'm a big thermometer taker, and there it is.
What does that mean?
See, I got my thermometer here, but it's like all greasy from the Vaseline.
Oh, yeah.
I just like. So these are great. These are great.
All right.
98.4. That's because I'm hot from the lights. I don't like that, but I
Well,
love
that's
taking
borderline.
I like taking my temperature. I like the stick thermometers because I like. Lou's back. Lou's back. Lou, are you back?
Yes, sir. Do you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you. Can you hear us?
Are you fine,
Let me
Lou?
just turn one thing down and I'll be with you.
All right.
Is he
So
wearing a mask?
that's why the title of this Toddcast today is TMI. Too much information. And here's a little TMI with
Yeah.
Here's a little TMI with masks. And this is why, I mean, I'll go out, I'll wear a mask and stuff, no question about it. But I want to do it as little as possible because when you go to the bathroom, and you could dispute this, whatever you want, but these cells, mask it or casket, your choice. That's a Lou statement right there.
Mhm.
So when you go to the bathroom, are you going to pee in a cup? This is your TMI. Are you going to pee in a cup? Let me see how this works. Ooh, I like that. Are you going to pee in a cup and then drink it? Because that's a waste product. Are you going to take a dump and are you going to put it on a plate and are you going to eat it?
Are you
Then
nuts?
if not, why would you breathe your waste product into a mask and re-breathe it in? If the mask is good enough to keep out the germs, then it's strong enough to keep the carbon dioxide in the mask.
Not
Why
how fabric works.
What was that?
That's not how fabric works.
That's not how what works?
Fabric. Not how it works.
Oh, it only works
Coming in
out. It only works going
Right.
out.
Join the party.
The mask is to stop your nasty shit breath, apparently, from getting out and infecting other people if you're asymptomatic or if you have symptoms. It's not going to protect you. It protects other people. That's why if you don't wear one, you're an asshole and you don't care about other people.
I thought the mask was to protect you. But anyway,
Wait. When
Well,
did
you don't
Karen
listen
do-
to
but
me.
wait,
Because you only sit there and listen to Fox News because I've heard you spout it out. I've worked there for years. You're spouting off all of the talking points. That's clearly all you know.
what talking points? We're talking about sports. So anyway,
Nothing you said about sports.
hey, you can't dominate the conversation. You got to go back and forth. You're not allowed to dominate. Only I can. But I won't.
I'm
So
doing my
wait.
time
So
and
I
I'll
agree.
walk
So wait.
away.
Wait. So wait. So
Is
you
her name
can't.
Karen?
No. So no. I like what she said because she said it's to stop. Tell me if
It's to
I'm right.
protect both.
Wait. It's to stop our germs from going out, right? Isn't that what she said? Right.
Correct.
Okay. Perfect.
Right.
Droplets.
great.
Also
Okay.
droplets.
Okay. So
Droplets.
let me continue. If the germs can't get out, then the carbon dioxide can't get out.
Carbon dioxide isn't a liquid, it's a gas, and it goes out just fine. Otherwise, doctors would be passing out all the time, which they aren't. They wear those masks for almost 20 hours a day, and they're just fine.
20 hours a day?
Yeah, lately doctors are working 20 hours a
I
day.
wear one for 10 to
I
12.
don't want any doctor working on me that's been up for 20 hours. I'll
Well,
tell you
most
Drop
that.
the
people
money
are.
alive, you will.
Yeah, they're up a lot longer
However-
than that. We don't take care of
However-
them. Doctors and
however-
nurses, they're up all the time.
However, wait, let's see.
Turn your head and cough.
It protects you from the droplets. If someone
Uh,
sneezes, there's droplets in the air. That's the
right,
reason.
but okay. I still believe that you are breathing out carbon dioxide. It's not all escaping, and you're breathing it back in. And
No
there's
one's passed out yet.
there's people that have gone to the hospital for it.
No,
There's
there
people
are.
No,
yeah, there
Do
are.
you have literature
I
on
saw-
this? From where?
Yes, I saw a meme on it, and if I saw a
A
meme,
meme isn't news. Give me
That meme
give
is
me an
news.
article. Give me
these
journalism.
days,
None of that
a
fake
meme is
news
news.
shit.
I saw it on Instagram and TikTok.
Facebook.
Oh, yeah, real news.
TMZ had it. I don't know what more authentication you need
Oh,
than
yeah.
TMZ.
Hey, Todd.
Yeah, Chris.
You know, I'd
So-
stay for this
Oh, wait.
conversation, but I have a date with your dad, so I'll be back
Karen,
later.
excuse me. So, Todd, you know I work like,
Wait,
11, 12
she has
hours
a
a
date with
day,
my
right?
dad.
I love her.
Do me a favor. After you finish with the shovel digging them up, could you take them out of the box? Dig with your dad or my dad? I thought you said my dad, right? She said my
I
dad,
thought she
right?
said your dad, yeah.
Yeah. So that's great because I haven't seen him in a
And what
while.
about Andy? Wait a minute. What about Andy?
Prop
She
him
got a date
up
with your
because
dad.
I
I
love
want to know
to
about
see him.
Andy.
Right. I'd give you a shovel to help dig them up, but I lent it to one of my gardeners because his relatives were trying to get under the wall. So
Whoa, hey, stop making fun of Pedro. All right, so
So
Todd,
Poor
Todd,
Pedro.
yeah,
Todd, you know
Yeah,
I work like 11, 12 hours a day, right? I'm a chef.
right.
And I have to wear that fucking mask all day, every day. And I agree with you that I feel like wearing that mask, although I may be protecting others, and I'll agree with you guys, I have to breathe my own shit in and out, in and out, in and out for 11, 12 hours a day. And
Right.
yes, doctors do it
Same with
too.
me.
And no, I do not feel like it's healthy. I
It's-
know doctors do it too, and I know a lot of people do it too. I don't think it's healthy.
Yeah, it's not healthy.
I
It's
agree.
absolutely not
I
healthy.
agree.
You know, it's just
I got in the habit of spraying Bactine in my mask.
Of
Using
what?
Bactine.
Ooh, yeah.
and you know, this stuff lasts on fabric. How many people are using the same masks every day?
I
Yeah,
wash
I-
mine.
Right?
Yeah, I try to wash mine as much as I can, but I mean, I work 5 days a week, 12 hours a day sometimes, and yeah, it's difficult at times.
Right. If you have a cloth mask,
Right.
And Ginzo.
Well, I don't wear the doctor style or whatever you want to call it, day in and day out. I wear the one that's provided by my employer.
so
But I
there's my
cannot
proof
wash
right
it every
there.
day.
There's my proof. It was on there, and anything I see on TV, I believe, just like everybody else, because you got to believe every little thing that you see on TV. Right? Oh, Andy left us.
Especially on the
Oh.
news.
Mask wearers are now arriving in ICU with antibiotic-resistant strains of pneumonia from breathing in the pathogenic organisms that were meant to exhale. Believe it or not, you know, you could believe it or not, but I don't like wearing a mask.
I think
all
there's
the
some
time.
truth to that. I really do. I think there's some truth.
There
to that.
has to be.
Why not?
There has to
Yeah,
be.
of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, our
Andy's saying good
lungs are our
night. We
filters.
love having them. Right, and you know, I agree. You go out, you wear your mask. You know, I'm with that. I get it.
Yeah.
But
I call it mossy lung.
right, but I take it off. I take it off as much as I can. I'm not a
Absolutely.
fan. I'm not a fan of the mask. So,
Especially at the beach.
Lou, what do you think about masks?
I am a firm believer in them. Number one.
And what do you think about the carbon dioxide thing I said?
There's some litigation about that, but I wouldn't trust it. I understand what they're trying to do, and that's the problem with the population is not buying into this. It's going to help. I mean, we've peaked now worse than when it started way back in March.
That's if you believe the numbers, because I want to tell you, out of the peaking, I don't know one person who has it. After all this peaking, I does anybody know anybody from the
Yeah.
peaking?
I know
Who do you-
one person. One
from the
person.
peaking
I
or
don't know.
before this?
Oh no, prior.
Prior.
I know a
I know prior to,
retired
prior
pro
also.
athlete that has it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. And we want it to get healthy. We want everybody to be healthy.
Yes.
But I just think with all this peaking,
So
and
you're saying the 90,000 that were tested positive on Friday is a small number, and we shouldn't pay attention to it.
no, I think a couple of things, but I'm repeating a lot of things that I hear is that number one, we've increased testing, but people, we're not, you can't compare the world to us, because if you're testing 100 of us and another country's not testing anybody, you can't compare. That's it. So you can't compare one country to another. Another thing is, I just don't believe the numbers. I just don't believe them.
Then
I-
why
someone
would
told
Germany
me-
Why
and
is this
lock
country
down?
different than another?
So, well, someone told me that their parent or somebody died, and the hospital told them what they died of, and they said, "Would you like to put COVID?" And they said, "No, they didn't die of COVID." Said, "Well, they had it, but they said they didn't die of that. They had another problem."
That's semantics.
No, I don't think so. I'm and again about comparing to
disagree.
another country. If you're testing, if we're testing 100,000 people a day, and France is testing 10, and we're getting 10,000 people, and they're getting 1, you can't compare if you're testing 10,000 and 1 and 10. You can't compare that. That's apples and oranges. You're not comparing the same thing. So your numbers are going to be different.
And do you buy the statement that was made that doctors are putting down COVID to inflate their bills?
Yes,
I do.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
that.
Look,
I don't
look,
buy that.
politicians are thieves. Doctors, and this is way before, I used to sit in the office, a doctor would write his bill, and I'd be like, man, did you actually, this money is so important. Did you take a class for that? Did they teach you how to do that? And then when you call, they really don't want to discount you as much as they can. So I believe doctors are in it for the money. They're not in it for the health of people.
I don't know about that. Todd. Come
There's
on.
studies done that because doctors don't make as much as they used to, they've gone into different people. Instead of going into medical professions, go into law, they go into other professions and other fields because the money's not there. I don't think doctors are in it with their heart as much as everybody thinks. So
I disagree.
okay, you're allowed.
I'm
You're allowed to
listening,
be
but I-
wrong.
Wait for a second.
No, Lou, everybody is allowed to be wrong. You're allowed.
Todd.
That's all right. And
You're allowed. But
I once
anyway,
made a
no.
mistake once. I thought I made a mistake.
What was that?
I thought one time I made a mistake, but then I realized I didn't make a mistake. Move on. Move on.
Lou, when we're in a truck, and I can understand when someone makes repeated errors and the producer or director gets mad, but I've seen producers and directors blow up at somebody at right away. And my opinion on that, and I want to hear your opinion on that, is this. The only person who could blow up at someone right away is someone who has never, ever made a mistake. That's my opinion. I say, if someone makes a mistake twice, like if a bad cameraman or a tape guy rolls things wrong twice, then you go, dude, that's a second mistake. But do you understand what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
Well, what I think about it is if there's multiple mistakes by an individual on a show, chances are you're not going to see that individual again.
Right. And also the producer or director has a right to get mad.
Oh, yes, but he can be civil.
Right.
Agreed.
Right. But I guess because I've worked with more of more producers and directors than a producer and director has. So I've seen people blow up when I don't think, first of all, a lot of them aren't good enough to blow up at somebody. And here's interesting. We're going to get back to that in a second.
Yeah.
Glad
That's
call
interesting,
joined.
Carl.
But I've seen people blow up, and I don't think they have the right, unless they're perfect, to blow up at someone after the first mistake. I just don't think someone, unless they're perfect, and we all know nobody's perfect. You call the wrong tape machine, you call the wrong camera, it happens. Someone rolls something wrong, it happens. So, someone puts a wrong ingredient in, it happens. You do it twice, you put
They should be
pepper on a
adult
veal
enough to suck it
parmesan,
up and say, "Hey, I fucked
then
up."
twice you could get mad at them. So
It's called accountability.
right. But you forgive once. But again, unless you're perfect, I don't think you have the right to yell at somebody. I've seen some prick producer and directors, and so anyway, here's an interesting one. MD's biggest expense is malpractice insurance because they make mistakes. They make mistakes.
Mhm.
So,
But that's also, you have to, the lawyers are culpable in that too.
oh,
Yeah.
no doubt. I didn't know this. Lawyers have malpractice insurance.
They need it.
Yeah, because if they do something wrong, they
Yeah.
have malpractice insurance. So, all right, Carl's on. Carl, I know, sits on the right side of the table for politics. And I'm going to go around the horn a little bit. Lou, swing states. You have any opinions on the swing states?
Pennsylvania is going to be key. Florida, I think
Right.
Florida may go blue. Wisconsin's definitely going to go blue. Michigan's
Well-
a toss-up. Georgia,
Which is
I'm not
weird.
sure of.
Michigan was never a toss-up. It was always a blue
Right, wait.
state.
Wait, what'd you say, Rick? What was
I said
it?
Michigan was never a toss-up years ago. It was always a blue state.
Right, but
years
they
ago.
went Trump last election.
Yeah, I know.
It was very
Yeah.
close.
They're,
Lou, you
they're,
think
going, they're going Trump again. They're going Trump again.
I think they're going
Give me a
Trump
break.
too.
Yeah,
I
come
think
on.
Michigan. I think Michigan doesn't like their governor. She's a mess.
Correct. That's
And
the key. That's the key
Hold it,
point.
she has positive popularity numbers.
She's trash.
you know what? You got to look at the polls and what poll. Again, I'm gonna preface this. I looked at all these kinds of polls.
They're not
I
above
have
the law to kidnap her.
I have
Come on.
researched polls, and I can't believe when a poll is fairly even. Let's say the Times has Biden up by 2, and maybe the Post has Trump up by 2. But then when you get a college poll that has Biden up by 18, I throw that poll right out. And every college poll, I guess they're polling their students. Every college poll is pro Biden, that they could go to Texas and have Biden up by 25 points. So I throw out every college poll. So the polls, and I throw out, I throw out the ABC poll also, ABC Washington Post poll I throw out. Because if you're a poll and you're going Biden ahead by a bunch in Texas, I immediately discount you because you're just trying to influence voters. So there's a lot of polls. There's the Trafalgar poll I follow, the Rasmussen report I follow.
Where'd everybody go?
Oh, there you are.
He's there.
The other thing you have to know, 90 million people have already voted. They tend
Correct.
to be Democrats. The Republicans tend to want to vote live day of the.
There we go. There we go. That was on my end. That
Yeah.
was on my end. I hope I didn't lose my YouTube feed.
Hey, Lou made a good comment about 90,000 already voting.
Million.
90 million, yeah, already voting. It's like
Right.
over 2/3 of 2016.
Have already been to vote.
Yeah.
Right. But a lot of people saw the beginning of this with what I was talking about with so Lou, tell me, you know about the extended mail-in voting, right? Little quiz.
Yeah.
Little quiz. How many states?
I just lost you. Just lost you.
You don't hear me? Rick, do you hear me?
I hear you.
18.
Yeah.
18.
I hear you.
Chris, you're cheating. Rick, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Lou, do
Yes.
you
I
hear me?
you now. I
Okay.
hear you
Yeah,
now.
I hear you,
Okay.
bud.
So mail-in voting, Lou, how many states you think have and by extended I mean could be counted after November 3rd?
I think there's 8.
Okay. There's 18 states. I thought it was way more than that.
I thought it was
So
less.
I see, right, and I thought it was
I
more.
did also earlier.
I thought it was more. One state, Massachusetts was a no, but they extended it. But they're Democrat anyway, so that doesn't even matter.
Maine, you won't get a winner.
I don't know. I saw a lot of Trumpers in Massachusetts.
No, Maine, you will get a winner. Maine is no extended.
Yeah, I'm telling
Maine
you,
is no extended.
Republicans are voting on election day. They're going to come out in
Correct.
droves. I mean that's the gig this year. I think.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm plugging in my charger.
That's all right. 7 of the 10 swing states are not extended voting. So we could have a winner depending on the swing
Election
state.
day.
Let me preface that. Let me
No,
change that.
I think so.
Not a winner, but a predicted winner.
Predicted winner. Yeah.
Based on because Texas will not be determined, and that's a huge electoral vote, so they can't give that, even though Trump is going to win Texas.
Of course.
Just like California, Biden can't win, even though he's going to possibly win California and definitely win New York. They can't. California is extended and New York is extended. So he cannot get those electoral votes that night, although you could predict it. So you can't give him those votes and win. So we're not going to have a winner, but we're going to have predictions because there are votes that are definitely going one way or another. That's no question about it.
So how long until you predict a winner?
Well,
So the only votes that you will not know about will be the paper ballots.
no,
Oops.
and there goes Lou.
Lou.
So how long do you think until an official
Is it like
winner?
3-4 days? 3-4 days? Isn't
No,
it?
I mean, a lot of people are saying a week. I don't know about
No,
that.
I would say,
That's a long time.
I would say
Yeah, I agree.
every deadline, let's say, let me see something. Texas deadline is November 4th. So Texas, the next day, they count him. By the evening, he could get 39 electoral votes. Then Pennsylvania will be determined. Okay, Ohio is a big one.
Yeah.
They have until November 13th. So that won't be
Oh my
cool.
God.
Jeez.
Why?
North Carolina
Why?
has November 12th.
Carolina's
So much
going Biden. Carolina's going Biden.
North Carolina, I
surprised
think goes.
by now.
I think North Carolina goes.
Yeah, we
Trump.
got you back, Lou.
California.
So, Todd, you and I both have Trump at 170. I have 170 like right now, before swing states, etc. So it's kind of interesting. We have them at the same number.
Right. Yeah.
But
Do you
Texas
want to
is
delve
huge.
in the Senate battle?
California. You ready for their deadline?
Ugh.
Which doesn't even matter, but it's going to hurt Biden.
Right.
November 20th.
Oh, that's
November 20th. So I
Happy
don't know
Thanksgiving.
See, I don't think that one's going to get challenged by the GOP, but I think the GOP is going to. They just challenged Minnesota. Minnesota was a no. Minnesota people tried to extend it, and the Supreme Court knocked it down. I think what the Supreme Court does is they let stand the previous rule. They're not changing anything. So it's everything that's gone to the Supreme Court has stayed to what the current law is. They don't say, like if they say, oh, we want to extend it a week, Supreme Court has knocked those down and said no, but you could leave it to the 3rd. They're not knocking it away. So they're allowing the extended. So Georgia's a no, Florida's a no, Arizona's will be determined that night. I think that's a huge swing. Michigan is a no. Minnesota, they challenged it. That's still a no. Minnesota's a huge swing. New North Carolina's a yes, so that's a tough one. That's 15 votes we're not going to know on a swing.
That's going Biden.
Ohio, I don't think so. Why do you think it's going Biden?
I just do. I think it's just changed that. It's swung to the blue over the years.
He's right.
Trump won it last time, and then they have Lindsey Graham has got a lot of people out, and he went against the guy who's got like some text message. Oh no, that's a representative.
I mean, I get it. It's like good old boys, and you think it would, right? Donald J. Trump, but no, I think Carolina goes blue this time.
That's interesting. But I
honestly, I think Minnesota is Trump, and I think Michigan is Trump.
So I think Michigan is Trump, Minnesota is Biden. What do you think? Rick?
I don't know. I really don't.
And Rick gives his Andy Brill imitation.
I mean, Trump had great rallies there.
Trump had great rallies. He was freezing today in Michigan. He was freezing in Michigan.
Trump has great rallies.
Yeah.
Lou, what do you think about Trump's rallies?
I ignore him as best I can. All he's going to do, I'm Todd, I'm not being sarcastic. All the man does is give falsehoods and lies.
Did you see what happened in Florida today? Okay, wait, we'll get to the falsehoods. See what happened in Florida today? So they found a Kamala Harris lookalike wearing a mask with a bodyguard and a limo. They have it on video. It was an imposter going around trying to shake people's hands.
Did she look like Camel Joe?
So I want to ask.
There you go.
I want to ask Lou.
Election day.
I want to ask Lou about Hunter Biden. I want to ask Lou about Hunter and Joe.
God. Oh,
well,
God.
no, you got to ask him because he's making calls on Trump, which I agree. You know, there's a lot of things a little, unethical about the guy. I agree.
Yeah.
I want to hear though about, with the proof that they have now that Joe's been part of the business agreements with Hunter and China. So, what's your opinion on that ethics of that?
If you have something that he did illegal, charge him, indict him. Otherwise, move on.
Well, they're investigating. You can't just indict. You have to investigate and make sure you got all the facts.
They've also been auditing for 4 years, too.
What was that?
They've also been auditing taxes for 4 years, too.
Right, but they haven't got Trump on anything, so same thing. They went after him. They got nothing.
How about Miss Ivanka getting 19 licenses after the NAFTA trade agreement with China was signed? Well,
wait, I didn't hear what you said. You got cut off.
NAFTA.
I was saying,
NAFTA.
how about Ivanka getting 19 licenses from the Chinese government for business after Daddy negotiated the tariff deal?
Well, first you got to see when those started. You got to research that. You got to see when her businesses were.
2019.
Yeah, but she had a business way before he was president doing clothing. You have to research when she was going after things. And anyway, she's hot. So that's a benefit. Like you're hot. You get that. You get those benefits when you're hot. Like again, I'm waiting to see the Playboy issue, women of the Trump campaign. I want to see that issue, like girls of the Southeast Conference colleges. I want girls of the Trump.
All I'll say about the women of Trump, the drapes do not match the carpets.
They what?
The drapes don't match the carpet.
You know what? As long as they have drapes and carpet, I'm okay. I don't care what's going on with the drapes, what's going on with the carpet. Show me a little carpet. Show me a little drapes. I'm not playing match game.
Seriously, what was your opinion of what happened yesterday in Texas?
What happened?
Oh, God. Here we go.
Surrounding the Biden campaign bus.
That is, sorry. They're not above the law.
All they were doing was driving alongside them.
No.
Okay.
They surrounded them.
Okay, let me ask you this. We're going to do a comparison. What I want you to compare driving them and surrounding and honking the horns, but not bothering them and driving off, or today, wait a second, yesterday at the Beverly Hills Trump rally, the Antifa people coming and throwing things and hitting and fighting. Which one is worse?
And hey,
neither one is acceptable. Neither one is acceptable.
Either one. You're right.
And
You're
that's
Lou.
fair. And I have a friend in Corpus Christi, Texas, and he went to Biden Harris, rally, and he pulled in, with his Trump flags and whatever, and they surrounded his pickup truck, pushing on it and rocking on it. I don't think they were doing that to a bus. And I'll agree with Lou. I don't think either is acceptable. But my buddy went, to that, and they were bullying him too. So, tit for tat, I guess. I don't know.
It's unacceptable on both sides.
I agree, Lou. I agree, 100%.
Okay, why, Lou? That's interesting.
It's a different world today. I don't know what it is.
Correct.
Why do you think?
Correct.
Why do you think? That the Democratic Party has not condemned Antifa. Why? Lou, why?
Because they lose votes.
Right, but Lou, I want to ask
sorry.
Lou supports the Democrats. I want to know why they don't condemn Antifa.
They lose votes.
They have condemned it. The platform condemns it.
I have not heard one time.
No.
Coming out. I heard, stop violence, but
when's the last time you heard the Democrats tell a group, stand by, stand back?
That is just that's not saying stand by with your guns. You can interpret that anyway. Okay. Stand by, stand back. Okay, let's take that. Okay. I don't know who's aware of what happened. I like that, Chris. Who's aware of what happened? Because I posted it with me and Paulina coming back from dinner one night on Sunset and Vine. I don't know if anyone is aware of the story. So I'm gonna show something.
Oh, I remember, Todd. I remember seeing
Remember?
the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show something in a second. I'm gonna go full screen on that in a second. So this is Sunset and Vine. Okay. Now, Sunset and Vine, I walk to. All right. Rick knows. Rick's been to my house. So Sunset and Vine, I walk to. We were driving.
KTLA.
Okay. We were driving, and you see this white car right here? Okay. We were about over here. All right. Could you?
We're not seeing that. We're not seeing it.
No, I don't see anything.
We were down here. We were down here, let's say. Could you see that or no? The mouse?
No, don't see that either. No.
Oh, you can't?
No,
That's
we're not
right.
seeing the mouse.
Okay. Where am I? Okay. We are down. Let's say. Oh, you know what? That's why you can't see it. Do you see my mouse here? Do you see that?
Yeah, now we see it.
Okay.
Yes.
Down here. See this mouse? We were down here. All right.
You were back. Yeah.
Right. So we turned around and we saw all these people coming, and we turned around and went home. Now I'm going to show you something, because me and Paulina, we're just innocent. We're driving home. We could have been here. We could have been here, this white car. This is just people. Right. We're just people driving home. All right. So let me see if I could show this.
Full screen. Yep.
All right. Now I want you to see what happens. Okay. These are animals. And I'm gonna show you what happens now.
Go to the video.
The white car.
Yeah. They're throwing stuff at it.
Wait. Just wait. Oh, wait.
They're running after it?
They're running after it. So imagine
keep doing it.
Imagine that's Paulina and me just trying to get home, right? Now he didn't bother everybody. He didn't hit. What was that?
Totally.
What was that?
He said it's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. Okay, it's unacceptable. But
Well, you would shit your pants, Todd. Number one.
who wouldn't?
I think.
Who wouldn't?
I think the bigger question is, how did we
Sorry,
get to
just
this
kind of late.
Wait, but let's continue this, okay? Remember, this is Sunset and Vine. We were coming back from dinner. We were part of that crowd. We turned around. I said, Paulina, I have it on tape. Paulina,
Paulina is driving.
let's get out of here, okay? So let's keep going on this. Let's keep
You were
going.
you were right there.
Yeah, we were back we were over
Back
here.
behind it.
Yeah, behind it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right. Now, and I'm going to make a statement after this. So look at this truck going after them.
Holy crap.
They have flags. This is organized. These people are organized by whatever group they are. These are normal people. This is normal people.
Insane.
Now what?
This is insane.
Right. Look at this.
Which brings me to the question.
What is these people's
Look at
problem?
this.
These are the people that are out in Texas and out in Florida. They're in their cars. I mean, this is ridiculous.
I need to
Right. Look at this.
They never did this before.
Look
These
at this.
people are nuts.
Can I ask
This is incited.
This is unacceptable. Look at this.
No, you can say out in Texas, out in Florida, but that's California.
This is Sunset and Vine.
California is Los Angeles.
Okay, he got away.
My
He
question
ended up
is,
getting away.
What got us
He
to
ended up
this
getting away.
point?
Okay,
What got us to this point on both sides?
on both sides, right? But still,
Yeah.
20
that
something.
violence is all over the country. It's Antifa
what?
doing it, and anybody. This is how I look at it because we were right in it, and if you were never in it, you cannot know the feeling and emotion that we had that night. Anybody that supports that their movement, I cannot respect. I just cannot respect anybody that supports it. That's where animals and the
other side
Democrats
is
have
saying the
not
same
come
thing.
out. Well, no, they have not. No, they have not, Lou.
Yes, they
I'm
have.
sorry. No, they haven't. You're talking about Proud Boys. Nobody has done anything the way those people have. Nobody. Those are animals. Look what they did to Portland, to Seattle. They've to Manhattan. Those were not right-wing people. Those were left-wing, ultra left-wing. They shouldn't even be part of the Democratic Party. And I know, like, you would be against that. But the Democrats, to me, have not come out enough and said, we are against Antifa. What did during the debates, what did Joe Biden say? Chris, what did he say about Antifa?
I turned.
He
I
said
turned the first,
he said
I
it
turned
was
the
an
first debate
idea.
off.
He said
I
it
turned
was
the
an
first
idea,
debate
not
off.
a group. That's
Right, right.
ridiculous to say that.
Yeah. I turned the
An
first debate
idea.
off, and I won't even. You say left wing, and I don't think that's necessarily fair because it's
I
definitely
said ultra left wing.
Yeah, extreme. Like it's actually radicals, and I would say more 20 somethings.
No
That
doubt, no doubt.
maybe are slightly less educated, or I don't know, something wrong with their head. I honestly don't know. But they're a special group of people, and they're anti-America and anti-religion, anti-whatever you want to say. And I'm not like pro-radical any of that, but like, man, they are anti-everything, and to me, it's scary. I'm sorry, but it really is.
Oh no, it's scary. It's friggin' scary.
Yeah.
They're scary people.
Which brings us-
And
which
if
brings
there
us
was
back to the
Republicans
question,
like
how
that,
did we get there?
radical Republicans, they would be scary too. So I don't want to make
No
it like
question
a partisan
about it.
thing. Yeah,
but I don't
mean,
see this. I don't see Republican protests the way these people are.
No, neither do I. This is definitely radical left, and to me it's scary. I'm sorry.
Our team. Look at this. Our team.
Yeah.
I mean, these people are sick people.
Yeah.
So this is just.
The Pledge of Allegiance and leaving out one nation under God on purpose. I don't know. I have a problem with that as a 50-year-old man. I have a problem with that in my whole life. You say one nation under God during the Pledge of Allegiance, and you purposely leave it out. I have an issue with that, and that's just my opinion.
Right. And it's just like a unity too, even if you don't believe in God. I mean,
That's
atheists are so strong about like hating God. Like it's like, okay,
Right.
You're an atheist. Good. Be an atheist. Don't like God. Be an agnostic. Be a doubter. Don't like God. Whatever.
But this isn't about the atheism. It's just about hating America.
It's about hating America.
Yeah, it's not atheism.
It's about hating America.
It's not.
And
Yeah, but this hate is what's killing us. Also,
I agree.
it's separating
Agree.
the country. It's separating the
but-
country.
I agree.
How are we going to step back from this? How are we going to step back from this and move on?
You know what? You know what I found sad in the administration in both is that I heard Trump talk about, let's work together, but the Congress
But he
just
doesn't.
didn't want what?
But he doesn't.
No, he does.
He doesn't work together. He works
Of course he
together.
does.
Where?
Of course he does. He puts things out there. When you got Congress not meeting, all they're doing is impeaching. They can't vote on bills. They can't do anything.
Hold it.
Why?
The
Congress passed.
The whole system is
Congress
flowing.
And the
passed
media.
400 bills.
The media
The
is
Senate
crap.
has not brought them up for a vote.
Why not during the debate? I don't need COVID anymore. Why not one question about, we have a homeless problem in the country. Do we have any plan to address that? Not one question from the media, from reporters ever. It's sickening. It's sad that it's like the two parties just don't want to work together. I wish they would just work together. Like I have a friend, he's running against Maxine Waters, Joe Collins, and I, hope that he wins because Maxine Waters has destroyed her community in Inglewood, down that area, and she lives in a $6 million house up in Hancock Park. She don't even live in her district, and she's done. I hope that he wins, but I want him to be able to say, you know what? If you don't like Trump, don't vote for him, but vote for me, even as a Republican, because I am willing to work with any president or Congress to fix my district. That's what we need to hear from politicians, but we don't hear it. People don't fix their districts. That's a problem.
No,
And
yeah.
that's a problem. So
Inner cities are the biggest
agree.
problem.
why don't we hear Chicago? I mean, with Obama, with Trump, whatever. Why are they not? Rahm Emanuel was the mayor of Chicago, and he was the Clinton's Obama's main advisor. And I don't know if you know this, Rahm Emanuel was part of Clinton's presidential advisory way back. But why didn't Rahm Emanuel say to Obama, we need to fix Chicago's inner cities? Why isn't Lori Lighthead or Lightfoot or whatever her name is say to Trump, instead of saying stay out, why can't we fix the inner cities? Why don't anybody ever reach out to Clinton, to
But
Bush?
they never have. They never have.
Right.
It doesn't
That's
matter what administration.
Why?
is.
Why?
Any administration, none of them have done it. They all say, "Oh, we're going to help ourselves." Trump did
Why
the
do we
same
fix
thing.
it?
He said the same thing. Oh, we're going to America first, America first, America. Has he helped these people? No.
But you
Trump
can't
is
help the
trying.
city who says stay out.
They
You
tried.
can't- Of
Look what
course
he's
he
doing to
did.
the
Yeah. Of course he did. He
immigrants.
said,
Separating families. Come on.
no, we're
It's
not going to
right.
get into that.
How do you
We're not going to
separate
get into that.
families?
We're not going to get into that because that goes way back before this.
Way
We're
back.
not
You're
going to
blame Obama for the cages.
Not gonna
Don't-
blame- We're just
please
not
don't
going
bring
to-
up the cages.
We're not going to bring that up because it goes way back. If you want to nitpick on something that's been done
I'm
before,
not nitpicking. I'm just talking.
oh, okay, but the fact is he didn't make the cages. That's the fact. The facts were before that. And I don't know if they were before Obama. So let's not even, that's been gone over and over, and people want to pick political sides. We don't want to pick political sides. It's a problem. They need to fix it. Obviously now COVID is the problem. We don't even hear about immigration anymore. We don't even hear. What happened to those immigrants? Did any of them even have coronavirus? Did they all die? How does somebody
it's not as
make a
important as the
trek?
election. It's not
how
as
does-
important as the election.
How does somebody make a trek from Guatemala, which is south of Mexico? How did they get up to Texas? I mean, seriously, that's also organized. Antifa is organized. Illegal immigration is organized. It's Obama has said they shouldn't come in. We can't pick out little sound bites and
the
things.
world. We
It's
can't
across the
support
world.
either.
And then, let me see. I have wait,
I guess
I'm
you have
not-
a clip.
No, I don't have a clip, but I have a funny. I have a funny meme. Let me see if I could. Let me see if I could do this one. Let me see, because I was going to do another one, but I can't. I can't get it. But let's. Here it is. Your idiot name. Do you
Right.
get it?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Your idiot name is your first name, whatever your last name is, because we're all idiots. We lost Chris.
Maybe his battery
There he is.
died.
He's back. He's back. But wait,
Yeah, every time you hit back or something, you like leave.
I knock you off or
No, I did it. I did it.
okay, wait a second. Let me see if this is the one I
I
want.
prefer being on the left side because I'm a lefty. Put him on the right side.
I'm a lefty.
Sorry,
too.
Lou. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
There we go.
It
There
is
we
what
go.
it is.
Get back to your side, Lou.
Wait.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. All right. So wait, I want to. Here we go. This is a
So then the
statement.
question.
Yep.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lou.
Go
The
ahead. You
question. Go ahead.
No. I'm still on the point of how are we going to reconcile?
That's up to politicians
That's a
because
nation.
they're so.
Yeah,
They're so-
us.
Politicians are the divisive ones. You know, people are the product of the divisive politicians.
89% people, 89% in a poll today said they were afraid of violence as a result of this election.
Yeah.
I am.
believe
I
believe
agree
that.
with that. I agree
Yeah,
with
they're
that.
afraid that the
Why it's boarding
Antifa
up all
people are
these
going to go. I'm going to hit this immigrant thing real fast.
It was badly
Europe is
discovered.
belatedly discovering how unbelievably stupid it was to import millions of people from cultures that despise Western values and which often promote hatred toward the people who have let them in. By Thomas Sowell. So,
Yeah. Well,
you know what?
Belgium, I
If
didn't
you
know
don't,
these,
if you don't
yeah.
acclimate to America, don't come. Don't come. Don't make our
Any
country the
country should be that way.
shithole that you came from. What was that?
mhm.
Good.
That's a
Any
little
countries
rough.
like that.
That's a
Belgium
little
has the
rough.
same problem.
Well, that's
They all
what he's
have
talking
problems
about.
with
He's talking about
immigration.
Europe. He's talking
Yeah.
about Europe.
Well,
Exactly.
Come
well,
on.
Yeah,
look in the
but-
mirror. The West
They-
created the problem called colonialism.
And Europe's immigrants are a little more radical, I think, than the ones
Yeah.
we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like
So, Lou, how do you
Sorry,
think the
guys.
problem is going to be fixed?
I don't know, and I'm worried about it. We're not.
Yeah, people
we're not
say clean
operating
house,
as a
you know, it's
democracy
like-
anymore.
There's still
Yeah,
going
I
to be
think-
We're not
bickering
operating as a
because
democracy.
it's they're not. No one's working together. They never
And they-
will.
No, they will. They will. If I think if there's a lot of flipping and someone gets majorities, we're going to have some changes. That's all. That's
Yeah,
all.
but
Once-
the problem is the third party interference. Nobody fact checks anything. They put it up. They think it's gospel.
Yeah.
And they don't realize it's a third party interface.
oh,
I think we fact checked everything.
you know what? They don't. The people fact check, but they fact check biasly. So
But they believe what they want to believe.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll agree with Lou. I think that when it comes to elections, we need more than two parties. We need three, maybe four. I think libertarians need more of a bigger voice, a bigger role.
look at
in
Sanders.
elections.
Sanders couldn't even. Sanders is independent. He couldn't even run.
Well, fuck him. But go back in the day. Go back to Ross Perot. Go back to
Love Ross Perot.
Ron Paul. Hey, you know what? Hey, even this gal Jo Jorgensen. I'm sorry, man. If I thought my vote would have mattered for Jo Jorgensen, you know what? She's not. She's a pretty smart gal, and but there's no chance.
You know, I remember when Ron Paul.
A vote for Jorgensen, still a vote for Donald Trump. So
Yeah. And I remember Ron Paul ran, and he was in the
I love
debate.
Ron Paul.
He was in the debate, and there was a Democrat, or Republican, I don't remember, Rick, maybe somebody, but he wasn't in the debate. And Ron Paul was great in the debate.
Yeah.
And all the media talked about at the end was, well, if this guy was here, he would have said this. If this guy was here, they didn't want Ron Paul. and Ron Paul did not win. I think it was against McCain or something, which was
I'll be right
you know,
back.
he had okay.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the polls, it's Republican, Democrat. That's it. Positive, negative. That's all. Libertarians are there's nothing there for them, and I think our country might need a third opinion, maybe a fourth opinion.
Yeah, but it doesn't get it because like even the
No,
Democratic
they never will.
Socialists, the Socialists go under Democrats. So I want to remind everybody again.
I like how you slipped that in.
What?
The Socialists go under Democrat.
Yeah, like the AOC and Ilhan Omar. Those are scary people. Again, Lou's not here. I don't know how a Jew could support a party that has Ilhan Omar and anti-Semites, and I don't get it. But Tuesday night,
AOC +3, garbage. They're complete fucking trash.
I hope they lose, but I don't know what happened. Tuesday night, election coverage live on Facebook and YouTube. I'll have coverage, and we'll be talking. Hopefully, people join. We'll have statistics. We'll have numbers. We'll have results. And
8
I'm
p.m.?
hoping 8 p.m. ET. Maybe 8:30 because polls won't be closing and we could talk about stuff.
Yeah,
and
I'll be getting off work right about that time, so I'll join in when I get home.
Yeah, join in. We'd love to have you on.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for. Lou. Remember Tuesday night election coverage, 8 p.m. ET, and so I'm gonna. We have our two candidates. Those two guys.
Speaking of,
right?
Did anybody on HBO watch the Comey Rules?
The Comey Rules?
No, I never saw it. Yeah, I never saw it.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
I already voted.
And did anybody watch the Something of the President on Netflix, which was unbelievable?
No.
Talking about how they went after Michael Flynn and the illegal spying and who knew. Oh, my God, it was great.
They did that in the Comey Rules, too.
Where is that, on HBO or Netflix?
Yeah, HBO.
It's HBO.
Yeah, I want to hear that crook talk. So, so I want to leave. We're going to leave it. We're going to have two more things I'm going to show because this is one Pearson people are talking about.
Boo.
And I love that meme.
Todd.
And but here's your two options again. What do you want to vote for? Which hair do you want to vote for there? So actually, these are our two guys. These are our two candidates.
There you go.
That's
being non-biased.
I don't even know what this one is. Oh, that one. I'm not biased, but there's our.
Yeah.
That's our poll for tonight. That's our poll for tonight. All right, we're gonna have a prediction, Lou. So your
yes, sir.
Your prediction is, I'm pretty sure what it's going to be, but who do you think is going to take the presidency?
Biden, very narrowly.
Very narrowly. What state you think is going to be the biggest
surprise
or swing necessary or surprise?
Florida.
Whoa!
Oh, so you predict Florida flipping this year?
Yeah.
Okay. You got.
And I think
not with the Latinos.
Okay, so wait.
I think the
Lou is from
overrule them.
Lou is from Louisiana. How does Louisiana stand?
Red.
Red. They're solid red. We give that solid. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris and Rick is in Florida too. Before I get to Chris, Rick, how do you see the election? What surprise do you see?
I see it very narrowly. I just do. I mean, it's just country is just so split, and I don't know. It's a coin flip. It really is.
Right, and Chris, being in Florida, what you've been talking to people, and what do you think?
I'm going to go not quite landslide victory, but borderline landslide victory because, I'm on the Republican side, but I think maybe the arrogance of some of our Republican voters, they're all going to go out on election day, even though a lot of us have voted early. I think they're going to make it a pretty clean victory on
Chris,
Tuesday.
question.
Yes,
What percentage of the electorate in Florida between Latino and senior citizens?
I don't know, Lou. I don't know the percentage, but I can tell you, I know in Miami and then where I am in Broward County, massive Trump supporters, like between cars, trucks, boats.
I see that also.
All the
that's what
idiots
troubles
flying their
me.
flags. Massive Trump supporters. Latinos love them. They love them.
They love them. They love them.
But
I was down in Miami.
percentages.
I was down in Miami selling driver's licenses so people could vote, and
Twice.
It's Jorge Padilla and Jorge Padilla Jr. and Jorge Padilla Sr. So they it's funny because
Lou, so you think the senior vote is bigger than the Latino vote?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think the senior vote.
The two Latino sections of Miami and Tampa, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Well,
You got
I
more
mean, there's a
people
lot
in
in
the villages
Broward.
than
I mean, I'm in
in
Broward.
cities.
There's a lot here. But yeah, no, you're right.
And a lot of seniors, according to my mom, are Biden voters. And I here's how I see this. This is what I think. I think, Joe, being that you're for Biden or you're going to vote for Biden.
Joe?
What was that? Lou.
Nothing.
Being that you're going to vote for Biden or you will or you have.
Mm-hmm.
Are you so pro Biden or are you just anti-Trump? Would you rather have a different Democratic
that's a good
candidate, but are you anti-Trump?
I would just leave it at that.
I think that the people who voted for Trump have buyer's remorse. They are more set on going back to the status quo of two houses of Senate and everything. And the idea of a businessman did not work in people's opinions. And that's why. And the other
Democrats'
thing is
opinion.
Valid. It's valid.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
the other thing is
Republicans also. I agree with them. I agree.
people vote with their pocketbooks.
But there's a lot of flags out there. I got to tell you.
I know,
Right,
but
okay.
people vote with their pocketbooks.
And
I'm going to ask more
Well,
people
I don't
here.
agree with that.
Oh, I
Because
Well,
if you're
think-
voting with your pocketbook, you're voting for Donald Trump.
yeah, because people know that this
I'm
is not to
saying
blame
they're
on.
not, but I'm saying I'm making that's a fair statement. People vote
Yeah,
with their
that's fair.
pocketbook.
Right.
Yeah.
I had
So
a guy.
my
I had a guy
biggest
come over. Wait a
problem-
second, Chris. Wait.
Yeah.
I had a guy
Go ahead.
come over the other day to give me an estimate on something, and me and Paulina were talking something politics, and he was downstairs and he heard me, and he said something about Trump, and I go, "Oh, so because he was pro-Trump." I said, "Really? So you go for him?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "I had TDS. I hated Trump." But I saw what was going on, and I saw how they were going after him. I saw that the country was getting better, and I saw what was happening, and I switched over. And I know people like me who switched over. So I that was the first person I ever met who said that, because I never
And the
met
exact
anyone that went
opposite
the
is
other
happening.
way. What was that?
No, the suburban women, the senior citizens, they're doing just the opposite. They're abandoning Trump, moving to Biden.
Disagree.
I don't know that. I don't know anybody that's
Disagree.
done that.
Disagree.
So, yeah, I think that I'm going by, if the rallies are reflective of the motivation. So my point was, again, and Rick, what do you think? Do you think people who are not voting for Trump, do you think they're voting for Biden because they like Biden or they hate Trump? What do you think?
I think they hate Trump.
Yep.
I agree
Chris,
with
what do
you.
you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with Rick. I
Okay.
think there's such a hatred, like, oh, we have to get him out. I can't stand the guy. And I'll tell you, man, I still believe that. I think a lot of people don't know why they hate him, but they hate him so
I think
much.
it's- no, but seriously,
They'd rather
they're
vote
tired
for
of-
Joe.
They're tired of the lies. They're
Okay,
tired
it,
of the
all right, it
bullshit.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you could
I don't
accuse
know.
both. You could accuse both candidates of things. You can't.
Correct.
I don't want to.
They're
I don't want to
always-
do
someone's
one.
always going to dig up dirt on somebody. That's what it's.
Right.
That's
So
how.
Yeah,
I don't want to
that-
get into reason.
That'll never end.
Dirty business.
But here's the point
dirty-
I'm getting at. Here's the point I'm getting at. If you are a Dodger, if you're who the Dodgers beat in the playoffs to get to the
Tampa
World
or
Series?
something like that.
Tampa.
Tampa or
Tampa.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
who
say.
watches baseball.
Look at the hat.
Wait. Okay.
Check-
Wait.
Wait.
So let's say.
Check the hat
Let's
out.
say you're a Tampa fan and you can't stand the Dodgers. So the Dodgers are
Right.
playing Houston, whoever they played. Who do the Dodgers play in the World Series? Oh no, no. Who do the Dodgers beat in the playoffs?
Aren't you the sports guy? Aren't you?
Yeah,
the sports
I don't
guy?
follow. I work it. I don't follow it.
What the
all
fuck
right?
is going on here?
Okay. All right. Tampa played Houston. Tampa played Houston in the ALCS. Tampa beat Houston.
Okay.
You're a Houston fan.
The Houston Asterix.
Right. You now know you don't care who wins the World Series. Maybe you want Tampa to win because right? Am I right? You don't care anymore. Right? Chris, if the Rangers are out, you don't really care. Maybe you want your team
Right.
that beat them to lose, but you may not watch, right?
Right. Correct.
You're not motivated enough to watch a team you don't like. Okay.
100%. 100%.
Okay. Let me get to this point. So if you hate Trump, but you don't like Biden, you may not be motivated enough to go vote, right? You may not be motivated. You don't have a guy to vote for. You got a guy you're voting against.
They're going to vote this year.
Wait a second. You may not go out and vote. So if you're the Democrats and you know this, what do you do? What
They
do
vote.
you
They
push? What do you push? You
They
push
go out. They go out. And
mail,
vote. They go out and vote.
you push mail-in voting because if the people are not going to go out and vote, you're going to go help them pick up their votes while they stay home. If they're going to stay home, you got to figure out how to get their votes. So you push mail-in voting. So the problem is going to be a lot of Democrats who don't care about Biden are not going to get out and vote. The Republicans, like Chris said, are going to get out and vote on election day, and that's where you're going to see the difference. That's my opinion. I think that's human psychology. People, it's just like if your team is the Astros, you don't care about the Dodgers, you're not turning on the World Series. You're not turning on to see them lose. You don't care. So someone who hates Trump but doesn't care about Biden is not going out to vote. That's my opinion.
Right.
That's why there's mail-in voting.
Republicans are going to do it as spite. They're going to do it as spite in a lot of states. I mean, that's it, pure and simple.
Republicans are going to go out to vote. They're more motivated. They want their guy, and that's why I think we're going to see. That's why I'm going to see. I think we're going to see a
So what do you
landslide.
think the
They
young
want to
vote
be
is
like
then?
2016.
Do I think? What do I think? What?
Hillary's leading, and then Trump won. That's what
the
they
poll.
want to
What
get.
do you? So
Yeah,
what do you
Rick?
think all the young votes that have come out? What do you think those are?
Democrats.
Oh, they're Democrats. They are naive, ignorant Democrats. If I talk
The
to
millennials.
to young kids, I spoke to a friend the other day, and he started spewing all the headlines and the shit, and I'm like, all right, aside from headlines and sound bites, can you give me any research or thoughts of your own on why you don't like someone? I don't want to hear that he said this and that because you're repeating a soundbite without context. And this is what he did to me. This is what he goes like this. I can't talk to you because he had no support for his thoughts.
Yeah.
You gotta, if you support your thought, I'll talk to you all day. But if you got no, so these young kids who I talk to, some of them, they have no support for their thought. Just have a support, and you're more legitimate. But these are the people voting. Just like when I don't know, when you were young. When I was young, I voted for John Anderson. Remember John Anderson?
Sure.
It was like 1980. I voted John Anderson. He was the third party guy. He had no shot, but he was the liberal. He had that white hair. He looked cool. He was a liberal. But
Very Donahue-ish.
But then I got my paycheck.
Like
I'm like,
Donahue.
oh my God, where's my money? They said, keep voting these idiots and you're going to get taxed and not make any money. I don't want to get taxed. That's how I'm voting. I don't want to get taxed. So, all right. So Chris, you're thinking the Latino vote, because you talk to them, is a major player in.
Yeah, I don't know major. Lou has a point. But yeah, I think it's heavy. I think it's a big county in the state. And Lou said Tampa.
You guys got me all hot and bothered right now.
It's another big county. And, I think Trump wins Florida. A big state for him. And, to your point about, the millennials, we were talking about that. It's unfortunate because I feel like it's a misguided vote. It's out of spite again. Like Republicans may go to the polls on election day out of spite to show them. And I feel like a lot of kids are going to vote for, Joe. And they don't know why. They don't know why.
They don't know why.
Because they hate Orange Man bad.
That's why they're
they
voting.
want to kneel in the street and cry and scream.
That's like when Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed and people were so for her, and I'd like to say to every one of them, name one thing that she's done. And I bet you 99% couldn't name one thing that she did. Even though she did things, I think that they were just supporting. So, all right, here we go.
Iconic. She's iconic.
We're going to take a poll. Here we go. Arizona, swing state. Lou, where do you think it goes?
Blue. Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. 4 blues.
Blue.
Florida, Lou.
I had already said it was going blue.
Blue. Chris.
Trump.
Rick.
It might go blue.
You think
It
Biden?
Might. He said might.
I think so.
Okay, I say Trump, so that's 2 plus host, so that goes Trump. That goes Trump. Host the .1.
That's fair.
Georgia, where does Georgia stand? Georgia's a swing.
Disgrace they are.
Right. What do we think? Chris, where do you go?
I mean, I don't know. It should be Trump, but I don't even know anymore.
Rick, what do you think?
I think blue.
Lou.
Seriously.
Toss up.
I go Trump. I think that's hands down Trump. It's hands down.
Senators. For Georgia, it might actually be the black vote. It might swing it.
I think hands down Trump. All right, Michigan. Rick,
Trump.
what do you think?
Trump.
Lou.
What state?
Michigan.
Well, considering Trump only won it by like a percentage point last time, I'll go blue.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I'll go Trump on that. So, you know what? I'm going to skip to one where because Hillary won one that was
Trump's going to win Detroit. Like he's got Detroit, man.
Minnesota.
Oof, tough one.
Rick, what do you think, Minnesota?
That's a tough one, but I'm probably thinking red.
What do you think, Chris? Lou.
Trump.
I'm with Blue. I'm with Lou. I'm with Blue Lou on that one. I'm with Blue Lou on that one.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Wall Street Journal Telemundo just released a survey. 62% of Latinos are backing Biden.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, whoa. Okay,
Well,
let's understand how these polls work. Okay?
So wait, Wall Street Journal Telemundo. So Wall Street Journal Telemundo or Telemundo?
But let's just say, okay, so 38% go Trump, right? Let's say the
29.
the 62% that are Biden are California.
Could be.
And 38% are,
Texas,
Florida. So that means, I like when they say a national poll doesn't work because it's not a national, it's an electoral vote. It's not a national vote.
Mhm.
So,
And
if
who
you're
actually
polling-
reported?
what was that?
And who actually reported? I mean,
Right,
you know,
right. I don't go. I am not a.
knocking our Latino friends, but let's get
Right,
real.
I'm not a Wall Street Journal. I'm telling you, I research polls. If they show biased in
There you go. Look at
Republican
Albert.
states, I don't consider them.
Right.
Albert
So-
says he's he's a proud
The reason he's
Latino
using-
and he's never voted for a Democrat.
Who
Albert,
is
read
Albert?
the comments.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, I missed the comment. Here we go.
There you go.
Here we go. So in California, 67 other percent, Albert's the 1%, voted. So, and I know a lot of Latinos.
Mhm.
I'm
So
just reading
I I think they're underestimating the vote, very much so. Okay, more
Agree.
North Carolina. Chris thinks
Ugh.
Biden is going Carolina.
Yep.
I can't believe that. Rick, what do you think?
Blue.
I think blue.
Blue Lou, what do you think?
Blue.
Red all the way. I go red all
No.
the way on that.
I'll make it blue too.
Red all. You know what? I'm gonna look at something. I'm gonna look at.
You look, I'm getting a water.
North Carolina is turning into a disgrace.
I'm gonna look.
Blue.
I'm gonna look at the polls for North Carolina. See what they have.
Blue.
President of the state, I'm saying blue.
Because they're old.
Okay, North Carolina. Of the 3 polls that I see have Trump winning, I'm going with that. And let's see.
One more bourbon.
Minnesota they have Biden. Michigan
Boo.
has Trump.
They have Trump. They're of Trump. Oof.
Just remember the polls from 2016. They were all wrong.
Exactly.
They're
Well,
all what? They were all
I said
Trump?
that earlier. I said
Right.
that earlier.
You're all-
absolutely.
They're
But
all
what
wrong.
I'm looking at the polls that the mainstream is not considering. I'm looking at the Trafalgar Group and I'm looking at the Rasmussen reports. These were the ones that predicted properly the results of the election.
So what did
It's-
Lou just say? Remember they all had Trump?
No, the polls in 2016 didn't like Trump,
16
but
were
those were
all
the
Hillary.
They were all blue. Yeah.
those were all blue polls, though.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
were not those were not fair polls. Those were people
Yeah.
trying to
I'll be
switch
right
the
back.
election. Okay.
And still to my point that Republicans are going to vote on election day without their fucking masks on, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Ohio.
No denying that.
Ohio. Chris, what do you think?
I-
It went
to me,
Trump. It went Trump
me,
last election.
What's that?
It went Trump last election, Ohio.
And I feel like it'll repeat.
And Lou, what do you think about Ohio?
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah.
I go for Trump there.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, a huge one. Trump won it in 2016.
And Trump won it yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Why?
Well, the rallies. He rallied the whole state yesterday.
Yeah. And a million people came out.
4 or 5.
A million people came out. I
Well,
wanna
no,
throw-
they tried to limit him in a couple of them, like 250 people or something.
that was in Minnesota. Or Minnesota. That was Minnesota.
No, I thought it was like Reading or Newton, something like. Well,
or another
regardless.
state, but okay.
Yeah.
So, Rick, Ohio, where do you think it's going?
Oh,
You
I
said
said Ohio. Yeah,
Right.
I said Ohio.
Pennsylvania. What do you think, Rick? Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is.
Hey, what's Albert Cantu saying?
I'm a proud
I would say-
Latino, and I have never voted for a Dem.
God bless you, Albert.
That's right.
I think Pennsylvania might go to Biden. I got a funny feeling.
Blue Lou, what do you think?
Blue.
All right,
Where are we?
I go Trump.
What
Texas-
was that? Pennsylvania?
Texas with
Pennsylvania.
38 electoral votes. What do you think? Does anyone think it's a Biden state?
No.
No.
No way. Lou
And
does.
Wisconsin, who Blue
Lou does.
Lou already said thinks it's going to but Brett Favre
Somebody
came
got
out.
checked up.
Yeah. And
You know
that's
what?
big. That's big.
Brett Favre, Bobby Orr, some other guy.
Bobby Orr.
Mike Piazza,
Jack Nicholson.
Is he
Jack-
around still?
Jack
Piazza?
Nicholson,
Jack Nicklaus.
Okay,
Jack Nicklaus.
Take it state by
Jack
state.
Nicklaus. All for
Mike
Trump.
Piazza.
Might be all went red. So,
Yeah.
all righty. Well, I'm so glad that we had this time together. And remember, where are we? I want to put my
Can't
banner
vote
up.
early, vote often.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Vote
I'm glad I went to
repeatedly.
vote. You know what?
I voted twice.
The reason why, here's the best reason to vote early. Here's the best reason. There's no lines. There's no lines. And I wanted to vote. I wanted to make sure my vote got there because I didn't want to worry about mail in and getting in late. And, you know, these things, if they're late, they're not going to be counted, folks. So you better go out and vote.
It's just easier too. Just
Yep.
easier.
So live election coverage Tuesday night, November 3rd, 8 p.m. ET, 5 p.m. PT. I'll be on around that time. We'll be counting ballots. We'll be having presidential prediction. We'll be having a lot of Senate and House votes counted. And I think it's pretty sad that we won't have a result on on election night. I think that's very sad for our democracy to do that.
You will have it if it's a blowout.
Will you
but
have
other state- what was that?
Will you have Gavin Newsom on?
You
Maybe
will
I'll
have
have
the
Joe Collins
results
on.
if it's a blowout.
Right.
No, it's a blowout. You'll have a result. Like,
but we won't have House.
Lou.
We won't have a lot of House results, a lot of Senate results. I think that's very sad. I think we need, election day is election day. It's so. All righty, guys. I'm going to leave this on. Thank you very much for joining.
Take care, Todd.
We'll see you. Thanks
So
again. It
long.
was a wonderful time. And we'll see you
Good night, Mrs.
Tuesday night.
Calabash, wherever you are.
Yep.
Good night, guys.
See you
night,
guys. Have a
everybody.
good night. See you hopefully
Good night.
Tuesday night.
Okay, see you Tuesday.
See you
Bye-bye.
Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.